Okay, Coach, well, the holiday rush, that's in full swing in nearby Manhattan, but we've got football here 8 miles west at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 start.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Patch it. Deep river.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Gruber going to throw right side here. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Here we go. 10 logo. Strip the ball. Let's go.
On first down, Gruber. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gruber into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Don't get nervous.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Go, go. Smith.
54. Mike 54. Tackle.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Gruber. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
No, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Exit. Jam.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. Wilson's got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape right there. Go out. Check 3.
Back to throw. Gruber. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 59. Mike is 15.
Now Haskins. Ed Oliver has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready, ready. 15, 1, 15, 1.
Throwing on first down. Gruber. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Gruber. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. On 1st and 10, Gruber. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Let's go, baby.
A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Down, 60 Pittsburgh. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, Wahoo! Let's go. Ready?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And again this time to the tailback. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. Man out. Check 52's the Mike. Check 52's the Mike. Yeah.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
17 more yards. That's another Jets 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. Mike 59. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 5'9", You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike, check. 59. Go. Take off.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
49, check 49.
Hey, 26, check 26. Shift. Switch. Slow down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Check. First down.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Gruber. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Gruber. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey,
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Gruber nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Gruber. He finds Beckham complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Hey, Delta. 26 months down.
Operating from the gun. Gruber. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Throwing on 1st down. Gruber. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Off the play fake. Gruber. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go. Hey, count in from edge. 3 down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And the kick by Butker is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
It's second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
We ain't begin. Hustle, hustle. Don't get nervous.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson. But now it's third down.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Now it's Haskins. And a completion to Wilson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Get it, boy. Get it, boy.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house